Sugar back again for another film review, and today's feature is Cruella, playing in theaters now, and here's what Sugar has to say about that. Well, when I first saw this trailer, I thought to myself, who is this fake Harley Quinn dressed as Cruella? Disney, what are you doing? But then I was captured by the special effects, the cinematography, the wonderful costumes, and I said, curses! If for that alone, I must see the film. And I did. Well, Cruella is the reboot and the prequel to the 101 Dalmatian film series that we have all grown and known. And in this film, we get to see the origins of Cruella and how she became the crazed woman that we know today. The film opens up in the late 60s in a small town in England where we meet young Cruella, then known as Estella, played by actress Tipper Cleveland, who gives us a good, strong, dynamic performance and really helps us to understand, oh, this is why Cruella is the crazy person that she is. So it would seem by first look. Then we also get to learn about her hair, which I found it to be very fascinating because all along I thought this was a fashion statement, which is not. We then journey to London in the 70s where we meet Emma Stone, and she continues to take us on the journey as the emergence of Cruella, and here is where the real conflict begins. Let's talk about London in the 70s. Fashion galore. There were so many exquisite, fashionable costume pieces. I said, yes, a feast for the eyes, and I truly love 70s fashion, so this was brilliant from start to finish. In addition to the fashion, it was paired with a wonderful, groovy, nostalgic soundtrack that was a wonderful compliment for really gelling and bringing you in to paint the full picture of London during the 70s, where it was the height of music and the height of fashion. So that was truly sensational, and I intend to get that soundtrack so I can keep that joint rolling because I loved it. Now let's talk about the performances. Emma Stone gave us a good, solid performance of Cruella. She was committed, and what I liked about her is since she is now creating this new Cruella for us, I like when we saw her transformation from Estella to the emergence of Cruella and what it took for her to truly embody who Cruella was. So whether it was the way she broadened her shoulders, or stiffened her back, or elongated her neck, she really did a fantastic job of painting the portrayal of Cruella, the Cruella that we know and love. In addition to Emma performances, we also had Emma Thompson, who played her tyrannical nemesis. Talk about a fashion nemesis indeed. Her nemesis was named the Baroness. She played the role of the Baroness, and she was at the height of the fashion structure, and she was sensational. There were so many exquisite, fashionable costume pieces. I was thinking to myself, where can I get that in my size? But really, where can I get that in my size? Between her costume pieces and Cruella's costume pieces, truly remarkable. I foresee that during award season that there will be some nominations for these costume designs because they were truly impeccable, and I was there for it. Let's talk about what I did not like. The length. It was running at 2 hours and 14 minutes, and it felt cruelly long. I know that we had a longer film to really take us through the full story of Cruella, but there were so many false endings that I feel that if you shade off 30 minutes, it will still be just as glamorous in true Disney flash flare fashion. But that was not the case, and since it was long and there was some lulls in between, even though the performances were great, there were some parts of the film that lulled for me and that made it really long, or felt the energy of it being long, and I just really wanted to get to the end because I really wanted to see how she emerged as Cruella. Aside from that, it still was very fun to watch. Definitely a feast for the eyes, definitely because of the backdrop of London and the 70s and the fashion and the music. So all of those things together made it a real wonderful thrill ride. I also appreciated that there were many imageries that we associated and had known for Cruella, watching her all of these years. So there were scenes where she was driving mad in her car, or she was driving mad on her motorcycle. We are familiar with Cruella in these type of imageries. And I also appreciated in those moments where she was going crazy that her hair was was wild all over the place, we are also familiar with those imageries of Cruella. So that made the film feel familiar. Even though it was new, you still felt like, I know this person, Cruella, there you are. As I said, it is playing in theaters now. It is not streaming, my mistake. It is streaming on Disney Plus if you're willing to pay that $29.99 early viewers fee. And if that's what you want to do, more power to you. But for everyone else, it is currently playing in theaters. And I say, go and see it safely, of course. For the magic of Disney to this extent, you really need to see it in all its full glory on a big, broad screen with surround sound. That's how you can experience Cruella. Please let me know your thoughts. I give this film a strong C+. I guess it was the length for me that just lull. But aside from that, still a wonderful film to watch. And this is an overall good day at the cinema. Let me know your thoughts. And that's about all Sugar has to say about that.